All right, here's the homework help for exponential and logarithmic equations. This first one, I think I can use the same base rule for that. So be 4 to the x is equal to 4096 must be 4 to the something. 4 times 4 is 16 times 4 is 64. 64 times 4 is 256 times 4, 1028 times 4. Yeah, that's 6 of them. So same base, therefore x is equal to 6. So my answer is 6. Next question, same kind of thing. 2 to the 3x minus 7 is equal to 4. 4 is the same as 2 squared. So if the bases are the same, 3x minus 7 must equal 2. So 3x is equal to, add 7 on both sides, so that'd be 9. And so therefore x must be equal to 3. Okay, next question. Ooh, can't use the same base on this one because 10 and 4 I can't get the same. But I can use the property of logarithmic equality. Let me just write my equation down again. So 10 to the minus x is equal to 4 to the 2x. So I'm going to log both sides. I'm going to use base 10 because this one's a base 10. And then log base 10 of 4 to the 2x. Okay, now I can use the power rule to bring that minus x out to the front and also the 2x out to the front. So I'll have x times log base 10 of 10, samesies, so that just cancels out. So that'll be 1. X times 1 is just, well, I'll put a 1 there, but it's just going to be x. And then on this side, I'll have 2x times the log base 10 of 4. Okay, is equal to, so 2x, oh, this one's going to come out to 0, I think. Log base 4, let me figure that out. So that's 0.602, get a bit more room. So it'd be 2x times 0.602. If I multiply that, that'd be 1204. 1.204x is equal to x. Now I have to get my x's together, so let's subtract x on both sides. This would be 0 is equal to, this is minus 1x, so this will be 0.204x. Dividing both sides by 0.204, and you get x is equal to 0. Yeah. So my answer is 0. Next question, solve for t. A couple of different ways. You could use the property of logarithmic equality, but I think I'm going to change form here. So from this, I'm going to change its form. So the base is e. So log base e of 0.30 is equal to negative 0.79t. Log base e is the same as ln, so it's ln of 0.30, 0.30 is equal to negative 0.79t, and I'll divide both sides by negative 0.79t. So ln 0.30 divided by negative 0.79 is equal to t. Let's pull out decimals and figure that. Okay, so it'll be ln. Where's my ln? Miscellaneous ln of 0.30, 0.30. Oh, I didn't get a point. I'm finding that you have to be fairly accurate in your tapping. Okay, divided by negative 0.79. There we go. So my answer is t is going to be equal to 0.0152. 0.0152. Now they say don't round to the end, and they want round to 4 decimal places. So yeah, I think I've got 0.0152. Yeah, I think that's rounded correctly. Next question. Solve for x. Log base 6 of x is equal to 2. Let's just change the form of that one. So change it to exponential form. The base is 6, so 6 to the 2 is equal to x. Well, that was easy. X is going to be equal to 36. So 36. Next one, let's change form again. So 49 to the x is equal to 1/7. Okay, so 49 and 7, I can make those the same basis. So 49 is the same as 7 squared to the x is equal to, and this is 7 to the first. If I bring it to the top, it'll become negative. You see where I'm going to get the 7's? So 7 to the 2x is equal to 7 to the negative 1. Bases are the same, so 2x is equal to negative 1. Therefore, x is equal to negative 1/2. Ooh, I like those two. Okay, ooh, a bit bigger one. I think these next three are the logarithmic squish things. So I'm going to squish these together. So that'll be log base 4 of the product, oh, not product, because it's a quotient law. S plus 21 over S plus 5 is equal to log base 4 of S. Property of logarithmic equality, those two are the same. Therefore, S plus 21 over S plus 5 is equal to S. Multiply S plus 5 on both sides. So sort of the I hate fraction rule. So here they cancel. So I have S plus 21 is equal to S squared plus 5S. My 5's and S's look the same. Okay, I have S's, so let's get everything to one side because it's an S squared. 5S, take away S would be plus 4S. Bring the 21 over, it'll be negative. Now this is equal to 0, so I can factor this, S and S. 7 and 3, looks like the right ones, positive 7, negative 3. So S is going to be equal to 3 and a negative 7. Checking a negative 7 up here, there and there, you're taking the log of a negative number, you can't do that. So negative 3 is not my answer. So that's a 3. Next question. Hold on. That's the identical question, except they used C's instead of S's. You would do it the same way as you did right over there, your answer would be 3. Well, that was easy. All right. Ooh, this one looks to be a similar kind of question too. I'm going to use the product rule to get those together. So I have ln of x plus 7 times x minus 2 is equal to, now problem here with that number out front, because I want to get ln equals ln, but that 2 out front bothers me. But what I can do is I can use the power rule to put it back as an exponent, where it was maybe to begin with. Now I've got ln is equal to ln, so I can drop the ln's. So it'll be x plus 7 times x minus 2 is equal to x squared. Let's FOIL the stuff on the right, so x squared minus 2x plus 7x minus 14 is equal to x squared. X squared on both sides, so I can cancel those. If I subtract x squared on both sides, they'll cancel. And then this will be 5x, and let's move the 14 to the other side, so it'll become positive. And then divide both sides by 5. So I get x is equal to 14 over 5. So my answer is 14 over 5. If I just check that in there, 14 over 5 is 2 point something or other, 2.8 I think. If I plug that in there, or there, or there, I'm not getting a negative answer. And so I think this is good. They say not to use decimals, so let's stick with that fraction. All right, so in this question, this is different than a lot of questions. Maybe this is, I could maybe treat this like an x squared. And this one, if I bring the 11 out, I can treat it like an 11x. Maybe let's try that. So I have ln of x is equal to ln of x squared. Oh, I have an 11 there. So if I bring the 11 out front, 11 times the ln of x is equal to the ln of x squared. Let's bring this over to the other side, so I'll subtract on each side. Because I had a quadratic, I want to get everything to one side, make it equal to 0. So I have ln of x squared minus 11 ln of x. Now here, I need to factor, and each of those have a ln of x. So I'm going to factor out a ln of x. So I have 0 is equal to, factor out ln of x, and that'll leave me with ln x minus 11. I think that looks correct. Okay, and then, so I can, it's a 0 property, so it'll be ln of x is equal to 0, or ln x minus 11 equals 0. So this one here, this would be log base e of x equals 0. So it'll be e to the 0 is equal to x if I change it to exponential notation. Everything that's raised to the 0 power is equal to 1. So 1 will be one of my answers. Then on the other side, I have ln x minus 11 equals 0. So I'll add 11 to both sides, make it ln x is equal to 11. Ln is the same thing as log base e. So now I'll go e to the 11th is equal to x. Now I'll figure that out on my calculator. Okay, doing that on decimals came to x was equal to 59874.14. Now in the question, how many decimal places do they want? 3 decimal places. Okay, so I have two answers. One will be 1, and the other will be 59,874 point, oh, I need another decimal place, 142. 142. Okay, so those are the logarithmic equations. Try them. If you have any questions, give me a holler.